At this point in time, you've reached part 3 of the metagame discussion. I'm going to be honest with all of you. We still got a long way to go. There are a lot of other decks just chilling on this list. I don't understand it. When did the game of Yu-Gi-Oh become so diverse? I don't know what I've missed to make this happen, but golly gee, I love it. So, get some more likes on this. I guarantee you there will be a part 4. So, let's dig on in to part 3. Yikes. Hey Robbie, talk about Shaddolls. Come on, talk about Shaddolls. You know you wanna. Okay. Shaddolls. So Construct is back. Awesome. That's great. We can do stuff now. Alright. But what does our deck do? Okay, so we're a flip effect deck. Well, that's not good. Flip effects are kinda slow right now. Okay, cool. Construct uses a light monster. We have super polymerization. Cool, we can fuse with our opponent with the other elements. Well, heroes could do that, and they're chilling back here in the dumpster. Okay, cool. Fairy Tale Snow. Oh, that's banned. Soul Charge? Nope, that's banned. I don't see how Shaddolls are going to do this. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the fact that Construct is back grants the Shaddolls engine as a splashable engine again. The Lunalights with Construct is fucking fantastic. That's cool. Dino Dolls having access to Construct? Oh, also great. I think at this point in time, I don't want to shit on the deck as a pure deck. No. But I think at this current point in time, having this deck be more or less just a splashable engine, kind of like the Neos engine that we talked about earlier, is not a bad thing at all at this current point in time. I just don't think the pure hybrid's going to do it. And it's kind of a shame because Shadow Fusion's a great fucking card, but giving the light element back to the decks, sure, having an additional light monster helps, but sorry, Shadow players, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel for a pure build. I think you're just going to be an engine. And I hope that doesn't upset anybody, but I'm just saying, sorry, Shaddolls. You guys, maybe another day. Now, next up in our metagame discussion here, I gotta show some love back to our friends at the Praying Kids Palace. I think that Praying Kids. Okay, so hear me out. When you have when you have Sky Striker sitting at the top of the metagame, Praying Kids get the chance to come on out and play because they actually have a really fucking good Sky Striker matchup. You know, call it what it is. You know, tagging out your friends for cost is fucking. That's the kind of Yu-Gi-Oh that I like to see. You know, dodging effects, things like that. That's cool. But when you have a metagame where the deck has a shitty fucking Altergeist matchup, holy shit. Like, I feel bad for every single Praying Kids player out there. You're bad matchup. Thunder Dragons, it's like 40-60 in your favor. It's not a shit show. It's not like 20-80 like your Altergeist matchup is. But since the shift, since Sky Strikers kind of started seeing less representation, kind of started to see Praying Kids go with it, which kind of sucks. Because I love Praying Kids. I think that the deck has a very high ceiling. There's a lot of cute plays that you can do with the deck. Now, as more things like Brilliant Fusion kind of get hit and like the combo variant's kind of dead at this point, the deck kind of heads to the back of the room and kind of sits down with the rest of the other tier 2 decks, and you'll see it top. That's fine. It'll make a couple top 32 appearances outside that because the deck has good. It's kind of going to be like Gem FTK. It'll be there. It'll be doing interesting things for a little while. I don't want to wreck its day too much, but as long as the deck that it's meant to beat or has a good matchup against isn't performing as well, you might have one Praying Kids player that tops that just goes straight through the line of Sky Striker players. That's exactly what we need to be seeing for Praying Kids to be successful. So there is that. Now, the deck that scares the living balls out of me at this point in time is actually True Draco. So I've had a couple discussions with my friends at this point in time about True Draco. Why the hell is Monarch Stormforth a 3? I didn't like the fact that my opponent couldn't already out my huge boss monsters, but you had to make this. You had to give them triple Stormforth. I get the card wasn't doing anything, and I get you were kind of like, let's push True Draco across the table. Let's give something back to the rogue decks, and that's what this list did. This list did give a lot of things back to rogue players. I think that's fucking fantastic thing. But True Draco still doesn't have Masterpiece. They still they inherently lose to themselves. But if I have a Monarch Storm 4th and Infinite Floodgates goes in Rivalry Card of Demise, I've got to be able to do something, you would think. I think now we might actually see a True Draco top. And I say a True Draco top. I don't think we're going to see a lot of True Draco tops, but the fact that Stormforth inherently exists yet again in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! At full numbers, I don't know why we don't have It's Just a Prank Bro back. Pantheism should be back at a number to support Monarchs, because you're clearly supporting True Draco at this point. But, for all intents and purposes, at this point in time, just kind of put it on the back burner that they have Storm Force and they can disrupt your plays now. Quick play tribute effects. I didn't actually think we would see a time in the game's history where that would become relevant, but fucking lo and behold, they have actually managed to do it. Shocker, I know. But there's that. Nobody likes dealing with True Draco, honestly. So next up on our list is Pendulum Magician, and I'm not really quite sure what has happened with this deck. It's still just kind of sitting here in the corner. Now, we've seen this deck get a lot of regional tops. And by regional tops, I mean there's a good chunk of top 32s running on around. You've got people like Triff Gaming that love this deck to death, and they support it to the end of time. Okay, that's good. That's what we like to see. That's what you got to do to keep a deck going. Now, the deck is still kind of just build a board and go, and it's not a bad thing in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That you can still do something pretty cool. That's great. Okay, now the question becomes at this point is, will that still be good in the new form? Absolutely. I think Pendulum Magician in its current iteration is going to continue. It's still going to be in kind of like the middle transition. It's a good budget deck that you can pick up and mess around with, or was, until it did okay at one event. But transitionally, as you're looking at it, cool, build a 3 negate board and go. Deck is fairly simple in its iterations and the things that you need to do to be successful with it. So, yes, very much still be aware that Pendulum Magicians are still ticking. The deck hasn't gotten anything hit at this point, and nothing else is going to be hit in the deck. There's no real fucking point not to pick it up. Like, this Prank Kids, like the other lower tier decks at this point in time, they all are doing just fine. They have no reason to be hit at this point. Somehow Sky Striker keeps dodging these fucking bullets, But Pendulum Magician's been hit so much at this point that they're not going to do anything else to it. But yes, 3 combo negate boards, standard crazy things Pendulum Magician can do. Be aware that, hey, deck is still pretty much running around in the metagame. Now, I love to do kind of like the question ones at the end here. And for this video, my question one is, should we still be afraid of the Dark Warrior toolbox? Rongo Bongo's gone. What can Goki still kind of do? There's still the concept of the Goki Extra Link. It can still do some cute things. That's fine. But Rongo Reminiad was kind of that fallback that they had. They've lost Soul Charge. They can't sack the combo extend anymore. And yeah, there's not a lot that Dark Warrior is going to be able to do. I know a lot of you guys want Goki to still be viable, and it was really cute that the deck had its crutch for a little while. Don't get me wrong. I like the fact that we had another deck sitting at the dinner table. It was great. Rongo was a pain in the ass. Nobody liked it because they couldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! But it was just kind of your opponent playing with themselves, good old STD, self-touching decks. It was like, oh, hey, I get to go first. Do I open Rongo Bongo or not? And good or bad, for what it's worth, I'm kind of glad to see that the deck died in a horrible fire. That and Six Samurai took the L, losing Rongo, but it was just another degenerate engine, and that degeneracy was something that we did not need in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, should you be aware that something fishy might be going on with Goki? They might be able to extra link you still. Oh wait, Gumblar's gone. Goki's probably not going to do anything at this point in time. Maybe an extra link, but I think the Goki is kind of out at this point. Like, sorry, Goki players. The nail's in the coffin for the deck. Sorry to say that. Well, that wraps up part 3 for this video. If you take anything from this video, please understand that True Draco is still very much a threat. It's been elevated from here to like here because of Stormforce. It's not going to be a fun time for any of us. I don't want to deal with Stormforce as much as you guys do, but ugh. Alright, well, hopefully part 4 will be right around the corner. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a Truffle Shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.